I don't know why, but the Sacramento Kings might be one of my favorite rosters in the NBA right now. I wouldn't say that they had the greatest offseason in the world, but I just absolutely love the pickup of Davion Mitchell. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? I haven't done a Kings rebuild in a minute. I'm very excited for this one because I love De'Aaron Fox. I think he's one of the more underrated players, if not the most underrated player in the NBA, just because he plays in a small market team that doesn't make the playoffs in Sacramento. I say why he's one of the more underrated players in the NBA because he is arguably, he's in the top 8 point guard conversation, and people would say that, Ben Simmons is better than De'Aaron Fox, and you could have an argument there. I am just a huge De'Aaron Fox fan. I think he gets it done on the defensive end. I think he's becoming a better shooter. He's not still great, but he's just a great inside scorer. He's great in transition. He's one of the best, I would say, kind of going at the rim point guards in the league. And like I just mentioned, transition, he's just so fast. I don't know. I'm a huge De'Aaron Fox guy, but just with the draft pick of Davion Mitchell, could that mean the Kings move De'Aaron Fox, look to get maybe some wings, that's a very valuable wing, and go with the Mitchell Halliburton, who I also adore, backcourt, because Halliburton was one of my favorite prospects in the 2020 draft. He's a guy that I've hit so far in him. I said he was a top 5 guy in my opinion. He was my, 5th prospect at the time, and I really wanted my Knicks to take him because he does a little bit of everything. He passes well, he shoots well, he defends well, he dribbles well, he has high basketball IQ. He just is kind of like a perfect player. He's not perfect in everything, but he just does everything slightly well. They also have Buddy Hield, who they've looked to trade, but he's one of the best shooters in the NBA, and I think I still might look to move him in the offseason. We have Harrison Barnes, another player that I wouldn't mind looking to move just because he's getting up there in age. He still has 2 years left on his deal. Terrence Davis might find some playing time. He's still fairly young. And Jameis Ramsey, second round pick out of Texas Tech, I believe. Yeah, from the 2020 class, he could maybe get some minutes. We'll see. Mo Harkless re-signed with the Kings on a 2-year deal. Robert Woodyard, a second-round pick last year, could maybe find some playing time. And then we have a boatload of centers in Damian Jones, Alex Len, Tristan Thompson. None of them I'm excited about, but Rashawn Holmes, I'm a fan of, but he's going to be making $13.75 million a year, which isn't too bad because it's kind of flat-rated. It'll stay the same throughout the next 4 years, which isn't that bad in my opinion. So I'm not going to make any moves right now. We're going to see how this Kings team can do. And I also didn't even mention Marvin Bagley. Big year for him. He will be, I believe, a free agent, or we're going to get lucky with the contract. Nope, he's a restricted free agent at the end of the year, like he is in real life. Let's see if he warrants himself or deserves that next contract. We'll see. I want to give him a little bit more minutes. So let me actually kind of just play around with this for a second. And also shout out to Neemias Queta out of Utah State. Yeah, he was a second-round pick. He has a big fan base. All right, so I'm going to give Bagley 33 minutes. Yeah, I want to see what he can do. Because I know I'm going to play Halliburton, so I don't really need to. We can actually go 22 there. We'll go 29 to Halliburton, and we'll do that. Yeah, we'll go Fox, Halliburton, Barnes, Bagley, Holmes, with a bench of Hield, Mitchell, Davis, Thompson, and Len. Jones won't play. Yeah, neither one of these guys will end up playing. So system proficiency, yeah, they're going to need a new head coach. I'm just not a fan of Luke Walton. I'm still surprised he's the head coach there. I would like to see maybe as an assistant once again like he was in Golden State. Maybe build up his resume once again because I think it was just too quick for him to jump into a head coaching role for an inexperienced young team that really wasn't as good as the team he took over in Golden State, which is one of the best teams of all time. So we'll see how we do this year. We'll have some big moves coming in the 2022 offseason. Okay, I'm very confused. We ended up as the 2 seed. I was hoping we weren't going to be that good because I wanted a top pick in the 2022 NBA draft. What? We're the 2 seed? All right. And you probably saw the thumbnail being, Matt, you're really going to trade Fox? I don't think so anymore. I thought maybe there was going to be the chance where I try to move him for a wing, maybe like a Brandon Ingram idea, and we get the Mitchell Halliburton backcourt. But we were the 2 seed. We go 52-30. Oh, I don't even know if I can fire Luke Walton anymore. All right, so let's take a look here at the stats from this past season as Fox averages 20.5 points, 7.3 assists, 3 rebounds, shoots 34 from 3, 48 from the line. Buddy Hield has very good trade value. I don't even know if I should move Buddy Hield. I don't, but he's making 24 mil. We'll see. Halliburton was great, super efficient, 62% true shooting, 14, 5, and 6, and a steal. Love to see that. There's Marvin Bagley, 14 points, 7.7 rebounds, 35 from 3, 1.7 assists, 1 steal. There's Barnes, Rashawn Holmes, Davion Mitchell, who averaged 10.5 points, 3 assists, 38 from 3, Davis, Thompson, and Len. So let's see what happens against the Denver Nuggets. I mean, they have a fully healthy team, right? Yeah, so and there's injuries are off, so I don't know why I said that. But let's see, can we knock off the Denver Nuggets and move on to round 2? Nope, we were just the regular season team. So yeah, unfortunately, we lost in 6 games. It looks like Fox wasn't great. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but he wasn't really great shooting the ball. I mean, he shot well from 3 and from the line. Marvin Bagley wasn't all that good either. Oh, we'll see how much he demands in free agency. And the Houston Rockets win it all. So not a lot of this makes sense. And I feel like in my most recent Rockets rebuild, we won it in year one because Jalen Green and how big of a study is. The Bucks ended up winning the East again, but they fell short of Houston. So I was a fan of maybe getting a top 10 pick, adding a Paolo Banchero to this team, maybe an AJ Griffin, a Caleb Houston, a Jaden Ivey, a Nikola Jovic, who I still might want to trade up for, but we are not going to be in the lottery. We are going to be selecting at pick 25. I guess I'll keep Luke Walton for one more year. We have Alvin Gentry, Jesse Mirmaz. I don't know if Gentry ended up signing with the Kings, or that was kind of like an auto signing because I know he stepped down or just didn't return. Oh, no, I'm thinking, okay, no, it might be Alvin Gentry. I was thinking of Lionel Hollins for a second, so I was definitely wrong there. So let me just get Cuba Gooding. Okay, so I'm using Dami Daddy's draft classes, and he just made a 2023, so I recommend that on Xbox Series X. But yeah, I do want to see where Nikola Jovic is going in these mock drafts. Okay. Okay. And damn. He's looking like he's going to be a top 5 pick. So we definitely have assets to move on draft night if we want to make a trade. Either wants to involve Buddy Hield, Harrison Barnes. How was Davion Mitchell again? That was pretty good. Like Davis might have some trade value. So I'm going to see maybe who falls to like the late lottery. All right. I'm ready to make a major offer with the Portland Trailblazers that Nikola Jovic has not gone yet. So I will entice him. I don't know if they have the cap space to get this done. We will see. So I'll be giving them pick 25 and a team that's still trying to win now with Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. They could use another wing there. And who's better than Harrison Barnes, who's actually would be a nice fit because, you know, he's not a terrible defender. He would be able to maybe kind of play make a little bit, space the floor. Actually, could see him maybe taking like a DeMar DeRozan San Antonio Spurs role, like averaging probably not as high as points per game as DeMar did, but maybe getting career highs and assists and kind of maybe letting Dame and CJ go off ball for him. And I think that would actually be a really good fit. I will also give you Alex Len because we don't really need him, and hey, you might want some big depth right there. Or do you want Mo Harkless? They can't afford Mo Harkless. So I'm sure you can afford Alex Len though, right? Okay, so wow. This Harrison Barnes trade actually gets them to the absolute limit of who they can take on. So yeah, we're going to offer them pick 25 in Barnes for pick, I think it was 9, and they agreed to that. And, you know, I kind of wanted to go in a different direction with Harrison Barnes, and I get to keep Buddy Hield in that as well. So, Jalen Duran is here. Apparently, Monty Bates, Bleacher Report, said that he has a Memphis email, like a student email, so that would be filthy if Bates and Duran were in Memphis next year, even though Bates won't be able to go to the draft till the 2023 draft, but still, we get 2 years of college Bates. That would be pretty sick. We could go Peyton Watson out of UCLA, Kennedy Chandler out of Tennessee, but I'm going to go Nikola Jovic out of Serbia. He gets a lot of comparisons to Luka Doncic, some comparisons to, yes, a similar name, Nikola Jokic, because he's kind of a guy that could be a 3, be a 4, maybe at, like, the minimum, a small ball 5. Like, if you need that to happen, probably not, like, defensively is what you want, but someone that's a crafty scorer, a great ball handler, and just an amazing playmaker. So, yeah, I'm just happy that I finally got him on my team. He's a 75 overall. He is 6'10", like I said. His secondary position is the shooting guard. Now, I feel like he's going to be the 3 or the 4 for us, especially with us trading away Harrison Barnes and Marvin Bagley possibly leaving. Let's load up on Nikola Jovic right there. So we have Halliburton. We'll bring back Woodyard and Jamius Ramsey. If we want to move them, then maybe go after somebody in free agency if we can. But I don't think we have cap space. I will get Bagley the qualifying offer, but I'm not going to overpay for him on a long-term deal. So Harden, we're actually 11 mil off. So we can get someone that's 27 mil. I mean, if there's another power forward or small forward out there, we could go after Valerie Markkanen if we wanted him. I might save that money because I don't really need to spend it anytime soon, correct? Because we're paying Fox this money. We'll go up each year. Hield will stay the same. Holmes we got. Yeah, like Harkless is 4.5 mil will be gone next year. Halliburton and Mitchell and Jovic, they're under their team controls. So we're kind of chilling at the moment. All right, so we're going to be making this trade with the Charlotte Hornets, Jamius Ramsey and Terrence Davis for Jalen McDaniels, who will be a restricted free agent next year. Might not bring him back at all. I don't even know if I'm going to be playing him next year, but we're also getting a 2025 first-round pick from the Miami Heat that they've got in this trade, so or they've acquired in this video, so I like that a lot. So I don't know what I want to do. Like, we have 1, 2, we have 3, 4, we have 5, we have, sure, we'll say 6. One of these guys could be 7, 8, 9. Like, do I want to bring back Bagley? I mean, we're not going to be as good next year, but do I just kind of go all in for the following year? I might do that. So we're going to see what happens with Bagley. Okay, he gets a deal from the Grizzlies. 4-year, oh my God, $30 million. I am not matching that. I am not matching that. That means that Jaren Jackson Jr., who arguably would be actually not arguably, would 100% be a better fit for this team, be our power forward. Wow, would they be dumb enough to do that? Do we go after Triple J? I mean, I kind of like the idea. I mean, does he have any, like, am I getting into a big bidding war for him? No, I'm not. I can get, oh my God, I can get Jaren Jackson Jr. on this contract. Oh man, that would be like They're sweet, cheaper than Marvin Bagley, and he's a better defender and a better scorer. You could say he's a better scorer, but man, him and Holmes would be a nice front court. We could develop Jovic, Halliburton, and then Fox, and then have Mitchell healed off the bench. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So it's basically a Bagley for Jaren Jackson Jr. swap. They're not bringing back Triple J anyway because they just signed Marvin Bagley for $30 million a year. I don't know if they like that fit better with Ja Morant, but yeah, we're going to be locking him up as long as we don't get outbid at the last second, which is not the case. Oh my God. Look how big of a steal this contract is. He'll be making $20.4 million in 4 years from now. I'm in love with that. So play progression, here we go. We got De'Aaron Fox at a 91. We have Triple J at an 86. Halliburton's going up. Hield is going to be a grade 6 man. Rashawn Holmes did not go up in overall. There's Davion Mitchell, Alex Len. So we were the 2 seed last year. We'll see how far we go this year. So yeah, the draft classes I pretty much use is just type in like DOM and they'll usually come up. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. You have to do 4 letters. So just do DOMM and then you'll see Dami Daddies and he has really good ones, I would say. I'm a fan of them. So it's nice continuity using his 2022 and his 2023. So we do have 3 training camps. I definitely want to send De'Aaron Fox to perimeter shooting. There we go. I want to send Davion Mitchell to combo guard. There we go as well. And then I want to send, I think, Jovic to on-top potential. Yeah, let's get that done. All right, so the rotation is going to be Fox, Halliburton. It's going to be Jovic at the 3. And then we'll have Triple J and Rashawn Holmes. I'm definitely going to allocate the minutes a little bit differently. So we're going to go 27 to Hield, 24 to Mitchell. I guess Len will be the backup center. I don't think I'm going to play Woodyard or I didn't bring back Queta out of Utah State. Harkless or McDaniels. Who do I want to play? I guess I'll play McDaniels just because he's a little bit younger, so I might get something different out of him. We're going to give him 18. We're going to go 15 to Len, and then I got 14 more minutes here, so let's go 32. Let's go 20. We can go 30 there. Let's go 32, and then let's go 27. There we go. I'm very excited about this team. We'll see what we can do with Luke Walton. Nothing is 4 stars, so we'll stick with pace and space. And we'll see if we're the 2 seed again, but if this time, let's win a playoff series. All right, so we just dropped 1 seed this year to the 3 seed, but we're still an elite team in the Western Conference. Jalen Green wins MVP. Chet Holmgren Rookie of the Year in OKC. I'm sure a lot of OKC fans will be very happy about that. Scotty Barnes wins 6 Man of the Year, most likely behind Pascal Siakam. Cade wins Most Improved in the 2nd year. You guys know how I feel about that. I don't think it should go to sophomore players at all. That's why I don't think like LaMelo, Edwards, none of those guys should be in the Most Improved conversation next year. We'll see if any Kings get an All-NBA team, and I was hoping that maybe Fox would make it, and we do get De'Aaron Fox on all defensive second team, and he was really good. 36 from 3 is really good, 50 from the field. Damn, he shot like 84 from the line in the playoffs, so I was hoping that would translate over to the regular season. But a career high in assists, 9.7, 1.7 steals as well. That's a career high. And we get Nikola Jovic on all-rookie first team. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 48 from the field, 30 from 3, not great. Maybe I should send him to perimeter shooting in the offseason. So we have the Utah Jazz in round 1. They have Gordon Hayward. Would you look at that? They traded for Gordon Hayward. I don't know who they... I guess I do know who they gave up. Rudy Gobert? Yep, Rudy Gobert, and Gordon Hayward is back in Utah, okay? They have Omar Yurtseven, who is not a G League legend, a Summer League legend. There is their starting center. They have Clarkson, Pascal, Jared Butler, and Royce O'Neal. And just taking a look at some of the other statistics this year, Jaren Jackson Jr. career high in points by 0.1 from last year, averages 7 rebounds, 2.3 blocks, 40 from 3. We got so lucky with that. I don't know what Zach Lehman is thinking, because Bagley, even though he put up solid stats, the defense, oh man, I'm so happy we have Jaren Jackson Jr. on the team. Halliburton averaged almost 20 points, 5.5 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 47, he was almost 50-40-90. He was almost 50-50-90. Oh my God. Tyrese Halliburton is so good. Buddy Hield shot 45 from 3. I inked him up to a new 2-year extension where he's going to be making $13.26 million in 2 years from now and then $14.32 million in 3 years from now. We already went over Nikola Jovic. There's Davion Mitchell, who went up in points, assists, blocks, field goal percentage went down. 3-point percentage went up, though. That's a nice 60% true shooting for Davion Mitchell. He's up to an 81 overall. And then there's Rashawn Holmes, Jalen McDaniels, and Alex Len. So let's see what happens against the Utah Jazz in round 1. Can we get our first playoff series victory of the video? And we do. We end up winning in 5. In game 1, we ended up blowing them out by 20. Oh, man. Jaren Jackson Jr. and Halliburton combined for 61 points. Game 2, we lost by just 2 as Jaren Jackson Jr. was so good. He didn't miss a free throw. He had a 70% true shooting percentage. In game 3, we ended up blowing them out by 26. There's the Fox coming out party. 38 and 17. Oh, man, look at those numbers. Okay, the efficiency wasn't great. Not great at all. But then we ended up beating them by 4 here. And then in game 5, we ended up winning by 5. And oh boy, Fox had 10 turnovers and we still won. He averaged 5 per game that series. Next up, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. D'Lo Edwards. Oh, I love the Mikal Bridges pickup. Even though 2K's tendencies messed them up. They still have Karl-Anthony Towns, Malik Beasley. They got Jaden Hardy as well. Oh, I kind of love that for them. I'd honestly start like just an Edwards, Hardy, Bridges 1 through 3. I mean, and like look to move D'Lo for a 4 at that point. But can we knock off the Timberwolves and go to the conference finals in just year 2? And we do. We ended up winning in 7 games. We blew them out in Game 7 by 27 points. Fox with 14 assists. Jaren Jackson Jr. 1 point away from a 30-piece. So we were up 1-0. Then we lost in an absolute shootout, 150-140. So it was 1-1. Game 3, we ended up losing by 1 to go down 2-1. And then we tied it up 2-2. Fox goes off. Jaren Jackson Jr. has a great game. Halliburton has a spectacular game. Has Fox efficiency gotten better? It has. Still averaging 25 and 10. And Jaren Jackson Jr. has been so good. We were down 3-2. Wow. And then we ended up winning Game 6 by 17. And then we ended up winning Game 7 by 23. So can we knock off the Pelicans and go to the NBA Finals in year 2? The Pelicans have Kemba Walker now. Interesting. Maybe the contract isn't updated because Kemba's got a 2-year deal with the Knicks. So let's see what happens. Can we beat the Pelicans and go to the Finals? Oh, we were, I think, tied 2-2. We were down 1-0. It was 1-1. We were up 2-1. Oh, and then they went 3 and entered Game 4 was so close. Game 5, we lost by 13. Game 6, we lose by 28. All right, at least we went 2 rounds further from last year. So next year, it's title or bust for us as Zion. Oh my God, the Bucks went again, but lost as Pelicans win in 6. I already said Zion was the Finals MVP. All right, so we don't have any first-round picks here. We are going to be selecting at 28. I don't know if the Blazers ended up making the playoffs with Harrison Barnes, and they did not. They ended up going 36-46, so he actually had a really good season. Probably the best, like one of the best seasons of his career, so it really wasn't on him. I think to get to like that promised land, we are going to have to, I don't even know if we can afford him, but I'm going to fire Luke Walton. I just wanted to do it. I want to go after Steven Silas, and I think we can afford him. Just kidding. All right, never mind. I'm going to go after Mike D'Antoni. I think like a 7 seconds or less guy would be nice for us. And we do get D'Antoni. There we go. I'm going to go after Trent Peterson, sure, as an assistant. So like I said, we have the 25th pick in the draft. I do want to see kind of who the mock drafts have us taking, because it's the first time I'm using his 2023 class. So at 28, this would be Cam Fletcher out of Kentucky. Okay, I've definitely drafted him before. There's Arterio Morris, Adrian Nyanya, Scottie Pippen Jr. in this class. Okay, he's going to Vanderbilt. There's some interesting names. Who's the top 5? So, yeah, there's Bailey, Bates, George. Wait, I think Keontae George is also in his 2022 class. All right, I'll have to let him know. There's Scoot Anderson, and then Bona, Mark Mitchell, Harrison Ingram. There's Chris Livingston. That's who I was looking for. So I don't think I'm going to make a trade unless there was like a blockbuster out there that I could do Holmes and 2 first for like Rudy Gobert. And that is just not the case. There's, I don't really want Drummond. No, he's back on Detroit. Would you look at that? So I'm just going to make my selection at 28. And they can replace Alex Len or Jalen McDaniels in the rotation next year. So Charles Bediako. Okay, a center that's maybe fallen a little bit. There's Cam Fletcher, the mock drafts had us taking. I'm going to go Bediako to be the backup center to replace Alex Len in the rotation. Bates ended up going 2 to the Hawks. Spurs 3, or Spurs at 3. They got Bediako. Keontae George goes number 1. So we get Bediako. We had 2 second-round picks, but they're not real players, so I'm not going to sign them. So T-Bar options. Alex Len is $0, so I might as well bring him back, right? It's $0 at all, so he's going to be basically playing for free on the Kings. There's Robert Woodyard. I'm not going to bring him back. I'm going to save that $2 million, but definitely picking it up on our young kind of backcourt, even though Mitchell doesn't start, but in Halliburton and Davian Mitchell, who I'm just loving that pick more and more as the days go along. So let's go here to Moratorium, and let's see. I mean, Embiid, man. Oh, if Embiid didn't have any real offers, I'd look to move Holmes. But, yeah, I don't even think he would choose us over the 76ers. How do the Grizzlies have money? Maybe Ja. Yeah, Ja's definitely a free agent. That's why. I mean, I could have saved my money for going after, like, KP this year and then moving KP to the 4. We could have won after Jeremy Grant, which would have been a nice pickup. So, I don't know how much. We have about 11 mil, and I think I do need to fill, like, the last spot in the rotation because we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's get maybe a wing. And I'm going to go after, there's some good options here. Seth Curry is actually pretty nice. But we already kind of have that role in Buddy Hield, that sharpshooter off the bench. So I'm going to go after Terrence Mann. I'm going to give him a 2-year deal worth about $8 million a year. And boom, there we go. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think Embiid, he always re-signs with the Sixers. It sucks because I want to sign Embiid at least once. I mean, it's not like I tried going after him there, but I just can never sign Joel Embiid. So I don't know if I'm going to go with Alex Len or Bediako next year, but we were 2 games away, 1 series away from going to the NBA Finals. Everyone's getting better, so I'm hoping this team can go all the way next year. All right, so we do have 3 training camps. I do want to send Nikola Jovic to perimeter shooting. I want to do the same with De'Aaron Fox, and I want to send, I think, Richaun Holmes to low post defense because we need him to be a championship starting center for us. So we're going to have Fox, Halliburton, Jovic, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Holmes with a bench of Hield, Mitchell, Len, Mann, and they want to play Jeremy Grant now. I'd rather just go something like this. We can go 24. Let me give 1 more minute to Jovic. Yeah, let's do something like that. I'll see you guys at the end of the year under a new head coach in Mike D'Antoni. Let's see if we can go all the way. So we started off year 1 as the 2 seed. Year 2 was the 3 seed, and now in year 3, we are the 1 seed. LaMelo takes home MVP, Banyama Rookie of the Year for the Spurs. Okay, he was really bad. Maybe it's kind of nice that it's not overpowered and they're averaging 25 and 10. Let me know in the comments. Do you like it better when they average like 25 and 10 the rookie year, or this, where this is Rookie of the Year and he just wasn't very good? I mean, I thought it should have gone to at least, yeah, like Bates or George, who was a lot better efficiency, but I kind of like that scoring output for some of those guys. And yeah, it looks like the Hornets were really good, as you can see right there. Do we get maybe De'Aaron Fox on All-NBA 3rd team? No. We do get him on all defensive 2nd team, though, and we got the Dallas Mavericks in round 1. Oh, my God. Luka, Beal, Oubre, Kristaps, and Carter Jr. You're kidding me. Jaren Jackson Jr. actually led us in scoring with 23 points, 7.5 rebounds, 51, 43, 92 splits. There's De'Aaron Fox averaging 9.2 assists, 43 from downtown. That is a career high, 66% true shooting percentage. Tyrese Halliburton scoring a lot more than I expected in this video. 21 points, 7 assists, 5.5 rebounds. He could be like your franchise player. Buddy Hield averaged 15. Nikola Jovic, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 36 from downtown. A lot better of a shooting season, but still not great. And there's Davion Mitchell getting a career high in points, assists, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, and free throw percentage. Yes, he's been progressing very well. So let's see what we can do. I also want to maybe increase. I think Terrence Mann usually has a low shot tendency. It might be at like the 30s. Oh, it's actually at 50. Okay. We'll keep it there. So round 1 against the Dallas Mavericks, we should win, right? 2-0. Please don't lose this. Thank you. We do win in 6. All right. And then we got the San Antonio Spurs in round 2. So another Texas team. We know they have Victor Wembanyama, but they also have Adrian Griffin from the 2022 draft. They got Vassell, DeJounte Murray, Thad Young from the DeRozan sign and trade is still there. Valanciunas, they have Wiggins. Mikal Bridges has made his way over there. Okay. All right. Wembanyama is kind of down in the rotation for some reason. So we should be fine, right? And we're down 3-0. How? How is this team that much better than us? Oh my God. 3-1. Can we maybe make them blow a 3-0 lead? I'd be very happy. It's looking like, okay. And then I just jinx it entirely. And we lose and we end up just getting eliminated. All right. That just sucks. I think I got to make a big move. I don't know what for though. Cade and the Pistons win it all, and they beat the Spurs in 6. So we should have our 1st round pick, and it is going to be very late at 29. So the Pistons get 30, and they won it all, and I lose in round 2 and have 29. I guess we're going to roll with D'Antoni. I never thought I would have said this, but I should have kept Luke Walton. I want to see if I can make a big trade that would involve Richaun Holmes and Terrence Mann, a 1st and a 2nd. I don't know if there's a center out there because Jared Allen is an upgrade. I mean, I guess this is an upgrade right here, this trade. I want to see if there's someone else out there. Like, I don't think I can afford Rudy Gobert. Like, if I did Richaun Holmes and Terrence Mann, oh, no, we can. Okay, and I would give you 29. I'd give you 60. And my 1st next year, please. I'll give you 3 first-round picks. It's a lot, or that pick that you gave me a couple years ago. That's got 2 stars from the Heat in 2025. Boom, there we go. We just upgrade Richaun Holmes with Rudy Gobert. It's championship or bust next year. It's the final season. I'm going all in. So we're going to pick up the team option on Mitchell and Jovic. Halliburton's going to get the qualifying offer. He's going to get paid a lot of money, and I would like to get maybe another wing out there. Alex Len, we can bring him back on a 1-year deal. Halliburton, I'm going to pay. And then I wouldn't mind getting, like, Jeremy Lamb. We could, wait, Terrence Mann is here? Did I just trade him away? I don't remember him having a team option. Did they release him? I mean, sure. I will definitely bring him back. I'm so confused. And I'm just going to sign Halliburton right now because it's the final year. I can't believe we lost to that Spurs team. Like, that Mavericks team is so much better with Beal, with Luka, with KP. KP was the 3rd best player on that team, and he would have been the highest overall player, I believe, on that Spurs team. So if this isn't a championship team, I don't know what else is. All right, so let's just figure out the rotation very quickly. It'll be Fox, Halliburton, Jovic, Jackson Jr., and Gobert. Oh my God, that defense in that front court. And then you got Hield, Mitchell, Mann, Len, and sure, we'll play Bediako a little bit. 2K does seem to like the 10-man rotations. We're 4.5 stars, 7 seconds or less. All right, we better win it all. All right, so we ended up as the 1 seed, and we had by far our best record in this video. I actually think we went 62-20 last year, but we win 9 more games with the addition of Rudy Gobert and go 71-11. I don't know how we didn't get maybe an MVP, as Alperen Şengün gets all NBA first team. Are we going to get probably Fox? Yes, on 13. Finally, we get him to make an all NBA team. I'm glad that was going to happen, because I know he's probably going to be on all defensive second team. There he is, and Rudy Gobert was going to be there as well. We have the Golden State Warriors in round 1. They have Gordon Hayward now. We seem to be facing him a lot in round 1. They had some young guys like Zeke Naji and J.D. Davison off the bench. Halliburton is just putting up crazy good seasons. Oh, man, I'm excited. I'm excited because I think the Sacramento Kings are going to win, I think, their first ever championship, right? Or it has been since they were like the Kansas City Royals. So, or were they the Kansas City Royals? Or the Kansas City Kings. I forget. But I'm going to turn around because I don't want to stress. I don't want to lose to Portland in round 2 and lose to this team. I don't. Like, Harrison Barnes is going to get revenge. So I'm just going to simulate the playoffs. And please just tell me we're going to win. I'm just going to watch it. Sweep the Warriors. Love that. Sweep the Blazers. Love that. Oh my God. Let's go 16-0. No, but we win it all. Okay, so I'm happy we win it all. We end up losing once. I have built such a good team in Sacramento. We end up beating the Pistons in 5. And yeah, that Rudy Gobert addition was all I needed. That pretty much upgrade from Holmes to Gobert got it done by a wide margin. So we end up with 490s overalls. Hope you guys did enjoy. Drop a like if you did. Let me know what you guys think of maybe the Kings down below. I'm excited about their team, but I still think they're like another big move, like a risky move away from really going and being a competitive team in the Western Conference, because I love Halliburton, Mitchell, Fox, obviously. Hield I still like. I think he's a little bit underrated. We'll see what happens with Bagley and Barnes and Holmes this year. A couple question marks there. But yeah, it's a little bit exciting. It's going to be tough for them to make the playoffs, but I think they could definitely make the playing tournament. So thank you all for watching. I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.